We are under a weather alert day for a blizzard warning. It is a rare blizzard warning here in Erie, Pennsylvania, despite what you may think. And of course, you know, a lot of folks are saying this is winter, this stuff happens, but remember, we have had 4 or 5 extremely mild winters. Last year, we had 24.5 inches of snow. This year, we already have 35 inches of snow. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a few. We'll see you on Erie News Now Sunrise in a moment.
With coverage you can count on, welcome to Erie News Now Sunrise.
We are weather alert on this Thursday morning. Welcome to Erie News Now Sunrise. We already, of course, got the broadcast started a half an hour ago. John Stehlin, bringing team coverage of this now blizzard warning in place, Tracy.
Yeah, Erie County under a blizzard warning at this hour. The team weather coverage you can count on continues at this hour. We are live on the roads this morning in our mobile storm tracker. We've got Jacob Brooks out live in Corey. You can see our Dakota Hunter outside of our station this morning. So a lot of coverage you can count on. And of course, we've got the one and only John Stehlin right here in studio.
Yeah, kind of indicative of how rare this event is. I can't remember the last time John Stehlin was with us here in the morning, but he is right now, just showing how important it is. John, you mentioned just about 2 years since our last blizzard warning. Longer than that, though, since you've been here with us in the morning.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was 2000. Well, no. It was probably about 2012. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it's been, yeah.
Memories.
Yeah, well, so it shows you how much I've missed you.
But this is a biggie. We know that, and that's why you're here.
Yes, it's a big one here. And yeah, no, I haven't been to sleep, but I am wide awake. This is what us weather people do. And for me to babysit and watch Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter radar track a blizzard on its inaugural month, this is fantastic for us across the area. We do have that weather alert day for the blizzard warning that is here into Erie County, and that is between now and Saturday, 1 a.m. I'm having a feeling that we could see a wind shift and some decrease in that wind, and I don't think it's going to last that long, but it's definitely going to last through the morning and into the afternoon today. Bayfront, Oliver's rooftop camera, you can see here 33 degrees. Wind still westerly, but picking up and increasing a little bit. That's the sustained wind. That's not the wind gust. We'll talk about that in a second. Gary Miller at the mall cam. People are driving. Things look pretty good here right now, but you can see a change in that weather impact index bar. Yeah, we're expecting those lake effect snow bands to start popping on up. Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter radar powered by LECOM, and you can see here, yeah, some snow is falling across the area. These snow bands trying to get organized, and once they do, whew, there are going to be some potent snow bands. We could see a modest to significant snowfall. This is why we've been on the air, really on and off since 10:30 last night. A blizzard warning, a rare event here into Erie County, and we're seeing that through Saturday once again. Now, everybody else, you are still under a lake effect snow warning, so don't think you're getting off easy. And if you live in Crawford County, maybe Ashtabula County, you're still going to see some strong gusty winds and blizzard-like conditions, even though you don't have the warning. Take a look at some of the visibility right now being reduced across the area. These numbers should be at 10, and we're seeing at 1.3, below 1 here into Edinboro, and below 2 out here into Andover. So we're already starting to see some reduced visibility across the area, and this is what we've been tracking. I'll just say it, the purple. When we see the purple moving in, we know the wind gusts are extremely strong. We had a 56-mile-an-hour wind gust just about a half hour ago. We're at 48 here in Erie, and there is that potential for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts across much of the area, and you can see the wind particles slowly drifting to the northwest, and that's when we think things will happen for us. So let's take a look at what is going on outside. I'm going to go back to the wind graphic here, and Dakota can talk more about that. And Dakota Hunter, I'm sorry, man. I know this is your show, but I bumped you outside today. Hopefully you're okay with that.
Oh, it's okay, John. I mean, you're not a real weather geek if you're not out in the actual elements. But yeah, outside here of the station on State Street, things not too bad here. It is breezy. We are seeing a little bit of snow coming on down, but yeah, we did have that 56-mile-per-hour wind gust at the airport at the last half hour. And we are going to be seeing gusts 50 to 60 at times. Again, we've seen gusts over 60 already in Ohio. So there is that potential as we work through the rest of the day to see those very strong wind gusts. Better chance for some of those stronger gusts are going to be right near the lake shores. So again, not everybody is going to see 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts through the day, but at which point it really doesn't matter, because even if you've got a gust of 40 to 45, that's still going to blow around the loose snow and also the snow that is falling from the skies as well. So wind gusts still around 40, 45, maybe 50 miles per hour through the day. I think the winds may die down a little bit as we head into the later part of today and into tomorrow. Obviously, we've got much more weather details coming up in just a few minutes. So Mark and Tracy, I'll hand it off to you in the studio.
Thank you for that, Dakota. And as John has been telling us, Erie County is waking up to that first blizzard warning in just about 2 years.
Yeah, John and the team's been telling us that warning is mainly about the strong winds headed our way, but we're also talking about the possibility for a whole lot more snow. Let's get you outside for a live look at the city of Erie from our Skyview camera this morning. Yeah, pretty quiet right now in terms of fresh snow coming down, but yeah, we are talking about those strong winds. The blizzard warning came out fairly late last night, again, as John mentioned, in effect until 1 o'clock Saturday morning. They're talking about the chance for as much as 15 inches of new snow north of I-90, higher amounts south of the interstate.
But again, the big weather factor with a blizzard warning is that wind, and we're looking at gusts of up to 60 miles an hour north of I-90, little less to the south. This right here is a live look at Meadville this morning. Travel could quickly turn tricky with the strongest winds and the blizzard conditions expected through midday and then lake effect snow. The Weather Service says the combination of the strong winds and the large dense snowpack could result in damage to structures. Again, that blizzard warning for Erie County is in effect until Saturday morning.
Yeah, we're also keeping our eye out for possible power outages with those strong winds that John and Dakota have been talking about. At this point anyway, the closest power outages are down in Greenville area. So yeah, some of those western Pennsylvania municipalities are starting to see the impact from these winds. Yeah, lots of weather factors at play: winds, cold, and of course that new snow.
Absolutely. Our mobile storm tracker is out and about on the roads for you this morning, providing real-time updates on the condition. We've got Scott McDowell out there. Looks like this road's a bit more snow-covered, Scott.
Well, guys, I thought it'd be a fine idea just to head for the lake today. And probably the absolute last thing you want to do. The winds are extremely strong. We're taking a ride down right now. I went from the Bayfront connector right down to the lake, right down to the bay. You can see the winds are really picking up. The snow's starting to cross the road a little bit more as we drive around down through here. And it's interesting to hear John Stehlin talk about the blizzard warning. A lot of times you hear, especially with us, those blizzard-like conditions, but to actually have a blizzard warning come in put all of us on high alert, and that was late last night. And you know, that's a full mobilization for our team to get out and cover this. So as we go across the morning, we'll be watching conditions from the Bayfront to wherever it is worst. You can plan on us taking a ride and checking it out for you across the morning.
Scott, thanks for driving safely for us. Our cameras did capture video of plows working on the interstates early this morning. This particular video was taken on Interstate 86. Keep in mind today there are travel restrictions in place.
Yeah, PennDOT has what they call their Tier 3 winter weather restrictions. That's in effect on I-79 southbound from Erie all the way down to Interstate 80. Yeah, so pretty long stretch of I-79 impacted. The restrictions also in effect for I-90 in both directions between the New York and Ohio state lines. Also in effect on I-86 westbound between the New York line and the I-90 east exit. This means travel is restricted for commercial vehicles without chains or what they call an alternative traction device on board. And the city of Erie is still under that snow emergency on top of this new blizzard warning.
Yeah, you're being asked not to drive on city streets except for essential workers and emergency response personnel. The streets department out pre-salting and clearing those roads yet again. This is new video this morning showing those efforts. Erie Streets Borough Chief Jeff Gibbons says crews are working around the clock. This also means that the odd even parking rules are in place right now.
If you're on the wrong side of the street right now, I suggest you'd move it because we are towing cars. If we can't get through The police are towing your car. We don't want to do that, but we have to be able to get through these streets. And now that we know that the storm is coming or potentially coming, we need everybody in the city of Erie to work together on this. We can't do it unless everybody does their part. We're going to try to come through and clean your street. You need to move your car so we can do what we have to do.
Now, Gibbons did add they have more manpower than normal, and he's going to arrange those extra resources if needed. The focus is on clearing the main roads first, but then the extra resources, he says, they're going to try to stay in neighborhoods as much as possible with
Yeah,
this
some of those roads hard to get through. Others a very rough ride still at this point.
Well, speaking of a rough ride, we are live in Corey today. This is some wicked weather out there where we find our Jacob Brooks live this morning.
Yeah, Jacob, already seeing some snow coming down in southern Erie County. How's it faring so far?
Good morning. So just a couple minutes ago before you came to my shot, it's starting to do it again. The snow is blowing sideways. I spun the camera around a bit so you can get a better idea of the problems that blowing snow can have. There's a trucking facility right behind the hotel that we're at, and you can see all of that snow blowing off the roof. So visibility has been greatly reduced on one side of the hotel versus the other side of the hotel. The winds have really picked up here within the last few minutes. All of that snow has been blowing on the ground as well. I'm going to step a bit further out of the shot, so you're not going to be able to see me, but I kind of want to give you an idea of the wind. Well, kind of died down, but I wanted to demonstrate how windy it's been out here. The wind is really blowing around. Obviously not great for anyone to be out here. There is still traffic, and there's a gentleman riding his bike down the road here. So let me step back into the shot so you can see. But the conditions here have been changing kind of minute by minute. It was lighter snow, then it was really heavy, and now it's kind of lighter again, guys.
Thanks for that live report this morning, Jacob. We'll check in again real soon. Meantime, Erie Public Schools, they're closed through the rest of this week as municipal street crews continue to clear the roads and, of course, the sidewalks.
Yeah, we got a relatively short list of schools that are canceled right now. I imagine that could grow as we move through this Thursday morning. But today and tomorrow will be flexible instruction days, or they will not be flexible instruction days. So no in-person, no virtual learning for city school students. They should remain at home. We also know Northeast schools already closed. Warren County schools as well.
And you can find that full list of school closings on your screen down below, and also that full list at erienewsnow.com anytime. And we, of course, been watching that because you just don't know what to expect throughout the morning.
Yeah, and this time, maybe 5:15 to 5:45, that's about the time those superintendents make that call in terms of closing down the schools or maybe going to a 2-hour delay. I imagine that's going to be a developing situation, Dakota.
Yes, and, especially as we now have this blizzard warning in effect for Erie County. And again, we'll talk about this. There is an actual definition of a blizzard. It really doesn't have much to do with snow depth as much as it is the winds. So here's a look at Doppler Max 5D storm spotter radar powered by LECOM at this Thursday morning. You can see we're dealing with several bands of lake effect here. Nothing really too organized. We are seeing some scattered lake effect snow showers out towards Wattsburg, Corey, Edinburgh, even into the city of Erie, but nothing too overly heavy at this point. The winds are the main issue. So you can see here, this is coming from the in-house guidance, and I think it's behind a little bit in some of these wind gusts. We've already had 56 miles per hour as a wind gust here into the city of Erie. But again, any wind gust will be enough to blow around that snow, but you get up there 50, 60 miles per hour, that's when you start getting into those near whiteout conditions. So temperatures 30s with blizzard-like conditions. We've got all the weather details you need to know coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Windy Thursday morning. Let's get you back outside. Live look at our mobile storm tracker down along Erie's Bayfront, right near that Hampton Inn and Suites. We often get that bird's eye view of this from our camera up at Oliver's Rooftop Restaurant. But yeah, the wind's really the big story this morning. Waiting on more snow as well.
Plus, delivering during a lake effect storm like this is no easy feat. So we'll show you how a local company is making way for drivers when we come back.
Thank you, Erie, for making us a part of your daily rhythm. This award belongs to each and every one of you who tune in, laugh with us, dance with us, and allow us to be a true reflection of our incredible city.
Happy 927 HD.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
These hands care for the herd. My hands need to be tough and sensitive. When my hands are dry and cracking, it's hard to do my job. That's why I use O'Keeffe's.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
And if it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also try our new hand and body lotion.
The Ashley Black Friday event is extended. So now it's the Ashley Mommy Needs This More Than Anything Else in the World extended Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Ashley You Can Get 0% interest for 72 months extended Black Friday event.
Superstore Joe is always saying
yes
to great deals like an all-wheel drive Kia Seltos for just $289 a month at Auto Express Kia.
Now, first warning weather with Dakota Hunter.
Alrighty, folks, it is a weather alert day, weather alert day. We will continue that here through Friday as we, of course, have that blizzard warning in effect for Erie County. We'll talk about that here in just a moment here. But first, let's get you a look at traveling here. And really, it is not recommended through the day here. And really, this week has just been an absolute nightmare for traveling. We had that first round of lake effect snow that came in at the end of last week and continued through early this week. Then here's round 2. So you see all the red lights here, 4 a.m., 6, 8, 10 o'clock. Again, not really recommended to be out onto the roads because of the blowing and drifting snow. So that big red polygon you see here for all of Erie County, that is a blizzard warning, was issued last night and will run until Saturday at 1 a.m. Now, there is a chance this could be canceled early, especially if the winds kind of died down enough later today or into tomorrow. The Weather Service may look at letting that go. But everybody else under a lake effect snow warning, basically everybody else, if you're watching us on television, you're under a lake effect snow warning. That's kind of how this is working. So Doppler Max 5D storm spotter radar powered by LECOM showing you not really any organization to this lake snow as of yet. It will organize as we work into the later part of the day. But again, you see some darker blues out here towards Edinburgh, 79, 90 out towards Route 19 here, and Wattsburg as well. Could be seeing a couple of heavier snow showers. But this is all part of a complex storm system called an Alberta Clipper. So we had that move through yesterday. Now we have a cold front moving through, and that cold front, you see some lake effect coming in off Lake Huron. So we're seeing some added moisture from our source region up into Lake Huron that brings that moisture back into Lake Erie. So here's how First Warning Weather Futurecast paints the event. You see those real dark blues out here towards Edinburgh, Cambridge Springs. That's again where we could be seeing upwards of snowfall rates, maybe an inch, inch and a half per hour. May see a little taper, it may taper off a little bit as we head towards noon, but then it comes right back at us as we head into the afternoon hours today and into this evening. But remember, the wind is going to remain up. So even though the snow may taper off for a little bit, the wind is still going to be blowing around that snow that has already accumulated. Friday, still dealing with bands of lake effect snow here, and then it finally starts to kind of cut out here as we head into the later part of Friday. Snow amounts, we could be talking an additional 8 to 10 inches, maybe upwards of 12 or so, especially out here across the interior, the typical snow belt regions of 90, 79. Erie will still see some snow, but it's not going to be as intense as the first round as we went through. So weather alert days tomorrow and Friday as blizzard-like conditions continue. The weekend looking decent, especially for Sunday, and then here comes a warm-up and some rain.
Yeah, a whole lot of weather coming our way. 5:18 on your Thursday. I want to get you outside as we move through this snowy and windy morning.
We've got a live look from our mobile storm tracker out on the road, providing you the real-time updates of these conditions. This is along Erie's Bayfront this morning. Obviously, very snowy conditions out there. And of course, we've got our news director, Scott McDowell, trying to make it through those roadways, which it seems like the further he goes, the worse it gets.
Yeah, and obviously this is a scene where a lot of folks take in during the summer and warmer times, but the snow piled up around some of those waterfront businesses in the Bicentennial Tower. Yeah, certainly a snowy and windy start, and Scott doing his best to keep us up to date on the conditions out there. They are tricky at best at this point.
Yeah, certainly a slow go out there this morning. There's a local company that's taken a unique approach to ensure that Amazon drivers can keep on delivering during the storm because it is the holiday season.
Yeah, kind of technology taking on Mother Nature. Check out the scene at the Amazon Fulfillment Warehouse Wednesday off of West 23rd Street. Garlock's teaming up with Aero Snow Removal Corporation to clear out Amazon's parking lot. The company, based out of New York State, uses massive snow melters. They can melt, they say, up to 600 tons of snow an hour. And the company is often utilized by airports, maybe sports complexes, and other commercial sites, helping each of those groups remove large quantities of snow in the middle of a storm. So yeah, you wonder, where are we going to put all that snow? At least in this case, we're melting it away.
This morning on the third hour of today, some ways to reduce stress during the holiday season. Plus, if you've still got gifts to buy, our Shop Today team has a one-stop shop for everybody on the list. And we're cooking with coffee, making an espresso cake. All that and more coming up this morning on the third hour of today.
Hide all your gifts. Protect your holiday tree. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is coming to NBC.
I must stop Christmas from coming.
He'll sneak and he'll steal all your holiday delights, so don't miss his green, grinny face tonight.
Frosty the Snowman.
That hat, it must be magic.
For the first time ever on NBC.
Could I really be alive?
Take a trip to the North Pole with everyone's favorite snowman.
I am alive.
Frosty the Snowman, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Who says you need to be a contractor to shop at Serco Industrial Supply? Yak traps, dry shod boots, Nebo rechargeable flashlights, gloves, hats, and more. Serco Industrial Supply is just what you need for all your outdoor work and play.
Get a great view of Erie from high atop State Street with the Erie News Now Skyview camera. First warning weather shows you what's happening around Erie and Mill Creek, on air and anytime online. The Erie News Now Skyview camera is brought to you by AHN St. Vincent.
Back at 5:21 on this snowy Thursday morning, we are under another weather alert day.
Yeah, we are live this morning. This is down in the city of Erie. You can see that Bicentennial Tower and a whole lot of snow. Erie County under a blizzard warning at this hour. And of course, this is a live look at this city, and the first warning weather team telling us this warning is mainly about the strong winds that are headed our way. We're also talking about the possibility of a lot more snow and of course preparing for the conditions to change throughout the day today with that blizzard warning in place. You may be preparing to dig out of your homes yet again.
Unbelievable, yeah, but the shoveling keeps on happening. Mackenzie Robson this morning reporting on a veteran who actually helped dig others out the first time.
When Route 5 completely shut down for over 21 hours, Matthew Sanders, whose house borders the road, knew he had to help those stranded in their cars.
And I came out and looked around in the garage and found a kayak that I went, oh, this will make a good snow sled, and wrapped rope around it, and then started going out to see who needed what, checking on how much food they had, how much fuel they had, how much water they had, if they were staying warm, and then also if there were any medical conditions or any medications that they might be running out of.
These treks did not come easy. As Matthew shared, he went back and forth dropping off essentials at least 4 times throughout the day.
I was carrying with just my arms because at one point I had shovels, a 5-gallon can of gas, which is about 45 pounds, and a bunch of other stuff. It would have completely worn me out.
Matthew knew this type of disaster all too well, having served as the incident commander in the 2017 snowstorm.
To help out, and we were able to help, I think it was 180 people we dug out during that storm.
Among those Matthew helped was Monique Daniels, a mother of 3 who, along with her children, were stuck in standstill traffic for over 20 hours.
Just a sense of community. I felt like that was probably the biggest takeaway for us was that, there's still good people out there that's willing to help.
I said, expect a call. They're like,
Mackenzie Robson reporting for us there. All right, John Stehlin in early this morning. And I imagine this is a scene that's playing out in bedrooms all across northwest Pennsylvania. The bump. Hey, Martha, you know it's a big storm. Stehlin's in live this morning on the early morning show.
I know. He's been up all night tracking this for us. And you've got that new tool to do it, John. What a blessing.
It is a blessing. And the response we've been getting online and emails, people understand the importance of it. But they have said, okay, put it away. We don't need it anymore. But we got to use it. It's a pretty expensive toy, and we're so proud to have it, and we want to thank LECOM for help bringing that toy. We're talking about Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter radar, of course, powered by LECOM. It's just absolute blessing to us. All right, blizzard warnings for us. Maybe Dakota will show the difference of what we can see and what we can't see in a few moments. Erie County for you, that is where the blizzard warning is, but everyone's going to see something out there. We're seeing a little pickup of that snow now, a little wind picking up too. I did poke my head outside, and yeah, it's pretty windy out there. And we're still looking for those lake effect snow bands to pop on up. A little bit of, I call it a snow haze out here on Peach Street too. You kind of see those traffic lights. A little hazy out there, 31 degrees out into Mill Creek. Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter radar powered by LECOM showing us some scattered snow showers across the area. And the funny thing is, even if it's not picking up in your area, we have wind-blown snow too. So all in all, we are going to see some fresh snow cover coming on in. And again, we're waiting for those lake effect bands to pop on up. And this will really enhance that blizzard warning that's been issued by the National Weather Service for our area. Again, yes, we talk about blizzards being more about wind. The definition is wind of 35 miles an hour or more sustained over 3 hours. And again, the component of snow is not as important as the wind. And I've already had a couple people on Facebook tell me they're without power right now. And if we look at the track of the storm through Ohio overnight while you were sleeping, there are thousands of people, especially into western portions of Ohio, without power, and into the southern portions of western PA too, without power too. So, all right. So we look here at the wind gusts, and we're tracking those, and we'll talk more about that and what it means for you coming up in just a few.
So I guess you could say while we wrestle with the possibility of another foot or so of snow and those super strong blizzard wind conditions, John works to pin down the forecast. Yeah, General McLean and Cathedral Prep. Wrestling on a real mat. Yeah, the Lancers and Ramblers next on Erie News Now.
Hi, I'm Greg Kuzma.
And I'm Dr. Andrea Costello from Ashley and Kuzma Therapeutics.
We'd like to remind you that you have the right to choose where you receive your PT.
If your therapist limits your session to 45 minutes or worse, 40 minutes, you have the right to call us to see how your PT treatment may be different. Choose Ashley and Kuzma Physical Therapy, where we treat everyone with honesty and integrity.
Call 814-456-5151. Start your road to recovery today.
It's always a great time to get your pup looking their best. Did you know Lucky Dog Stay and Play offers full grooming services, including bath, hair trims, nails, teeth brushing, and more? Protect your pet with a flea and tick bath, or let us soothe their itching skin with our sensitive skin baths. Already boarding with us? Ask about our grooming add-ons. We're accepting new clients now. Visit our website or call us today to schedule an appointment.
It was supposed to be John V. Schultz's biggest sale of the year.
Black Friday is a total whiteout.
The snow came and didn't stop, forcing many of our customers to stay home.
Over 2 feet of snow.
So we're extending the Black Friday deals for 4 final days. Take an extra 25% off, 5-year special financing with no money down, and an extra $50 gift card. 4 days only. The Snow Emergency Sale at John V. Schultz.
Now, from the Erie Sports Now team, here's Logan Lepiscopo.
It was a busy evening for Cathedral Prep. We begin at General McLean and Cathedral Prep from Haggerty Event Center, the 285-pound class. Cathedral Prep, a quick pin. Max Spalding, just 24 seconds to get a win. Now in the 121, Davion Ellman with the slam, and then the eventual pin to get another fall victory in the first round. The team ended with 6 Total team falls as the Ramblers won with ease over the Lancers 51-15. Now we go to the courts, the first game of the season for the Ramblers and the Huskies. As we pick up at the tail end of the third quarter, Harbor Creek off the inbound. Herman finds D'Alessandro for a three ball. He finished with a team high 15 points. Ramblers now, Michael Thomas jab step, drops the defender and drains the step back mid-range, a game high of 21. Mazdi handling the rock, and tell me if you've seen this one before. It's D'Alessandro, the left corner again, 3 threes on the evening, and the Ramblers in transition. Michael McDonald drive baseline. Max Wallace with the finish for 9 points on the night. And the first game of the season, as you see, was a dominant for the Ramblers, a 72-38 win. That's all for your morning sports.
From our home to yours, all of us at Sarah Reed Senior Living wish you a joyful holiday season and a happy and healthy new year.
When Mother Nature unleashed a lake-effect snowstorm, everyone in Erie and northwestern Pennsylvania weathered it with the Erie News Now team.
It is here, and it is absolutely no joke. It's a weather alert day.
With up-to-the-minute accurate forecasts and the exclusive Doppler Max 5D storm spotter powered by LeadCom Health.
This is the gap we've been talking about. 30 years later, we have filled that gap for you.
Count on the news leader in storm coverage, Erie News Now. With coverage you can count on. Welcome to Erie News Now Sunrise.
Welcome back in. We are weather alert at 5:30 on this Thursday morning.
Erie County under a blizzard warning at this hour. We have team coverage this morning that you can count on.
Yeah, we are live on the roads this morning. Our mobile storm tracker down along the bayfront on the left. We've got our Jacob Brooks down in southern Erie County in Corey, talking about the winds there. And of course on the right, our man Dakota Hunter outside of our studios.
And you might be wondering what hour it is right now, because as we wake up to this blizzard warning this morning, we've got our John Stehlin in for us in studio.
Yeah, a sign of just how important this weather coverage is for us. John, in this morning to give us the very latest on this blizzard warning that doesn't come around very often.
No, it's a rare event. Last time, only a couple of years ago, around Christmas time, it seems like these storms are coming around holiday time. So the last time was 2022 around Christmas. That only brought us about 4 inches of snow then. Today we're expecting a little bit more than that, and really some powerful winds too. Weather alert for you. Why? Yeah, the blizzard warning, Erie County, but don't be fooled. Like Ashtabula and places in Crawford County, you're going to see some blizzard-like conditions too, like we're seeing here. Look at that snow haze across much of Erie right now. AHN St. Vincent Camp for you, 17 degrees, winds from the west at 23 miles an hour. And of course, we're waiting for that big shift. Doppler Max 5D storm spotter radar powered by LeadCom. Yeah, seeing some good old-fashioned snow moving across the area and starting to fill in a little bit. So I'm thinking some of these bands might be starting. We'll take a closer look at the radar coming up in just a few moments. But I do want to tell you the reason why I'm here, Dakota's here. We've been going since 10 o'clock last night with live updates for you. Blizzard warning in effect through Saturday. However, I do feel the winds could shift a little bit, diminish, and I don't think it's going to last through Saturday, maybe towards the end of the day, and that I think it would be about it. But everybody, no matter what, is under a lake effect snow warning, or we're going to see possibly some significant snow, especially for the inland areas. And as we look at the winds out here, these are the live wind gusts for you. They've been going up and down. We're talking 40s, 50s, back and forth, 52 in Conneaut right now, 37 into Ashtabula and Andover. Inland areas, you're still seeing some pretty good gusts, and with a little bit of snow, you're still going to see some reduced visibility. So I did want to show you this real quickly. Broken branches possible, 40 to 55 mile an hour winds, 55 to 65 mile an hour winds. With large branches, they could scattered power damages, power outages too across the area. So we're up into that category. Of course, outside is forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's going to talk more about the future winds coming our way.
Yes, John, it is actually very windy out here. We just got a couple of bursts of really heavy or really gusty winds here. You know, it's been very interesting the past couple of moments out here. But yeah, we are going to see those wind gusts continue around 45 to 55 miles per hour, especially closer to the lakeshore, Erie, out towards northeast, Harbor Creek. That's where we're going to see some of those strongest wind gusts, 45, 50, maybe close to 60 miles per hour as we work through the morning. So that is going to blow the snow around. Not only the snow that has fallen, but also the snow from the skies is going to be blowing around, so visibilities are going to be reduced. And also combined with that, don't forget, it is cold, so that is lowering those wind chill factors. So definitely jackets, gloves, hats, all of it is going to be needed if you have to travel out there today, which really is not recommended here given all the blowing and drifting snow that we have. So again, hence the reason why we have that blizzard warning in effect, for all of Erie County. Now, coming up in a few minutes, we'll time out the rest of the snow as we get a little gusty wind coming on in. Woohoo! All right, we'll send it back into the studio, and we'll talk much more coming up in just a few minutes.
We need to get that man some hot cocoa.
It's almost like Mother Nature wanted to remind him, hey, it is windy, it is cold out here. Give him that last shot before he sent it back in here.
And this is the first blizzard warning in just about 2 years that we've seen here.
Yeah, John mentioned it a moment ago, and he is the first warning weather team have been telling us. The warning here is mainly about those strong winds that we're already feeling. We could be feeling for a matter of days. We're also talking about the possibility anyway for a lot more snow.
Yeah, insult on top of injury. And it's a live look this morning at the city of Erie. This is from our Skyview camera this morning. That blizzard warning came out late last night. It's in effect until 1 o'clock Saturday morning. Of course, John Stehlin and the weather team talking about the chance for as much as 15 inches of new snow north of I-90, higher amounts south of the interstate. Again, the big weather factor with this blizzard warning is the wind. We're looking at gusts of up to 60 miles per hour north of I-90, a little less to the south. How about a live look this morning at Meadville as well? That travel in that area could quickly turn tricky with the strongest winds and blizzard conditions expected through midday today. And then, of course, that lake effect snow. The Weather Service says the combination of strong winds and the large, dense snowpack could result in damage to structures, so be aware of that. Again, the blizzard warning for Erie County in effect until Saturday morning.
Yeah, so we're not just talking about snow, we're not just talking about cold, we're also talking about those winds. Lots of weather factors at play.
Yeah, and that new snow too. And we've been watching our mobile storm tracker this morning out on the roads, giving you those real-time updates. And we've seen the snow piling up. He's got quite a bit on his windshield.
Guys, I can't hear their toss.
Hi there, Scott.
I can't hear their toss. Go, 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 go. Okay, guys, good morning down here from right at the foot of State Street, right at the tower. As we go forward, you can see that the wind and snow has matched up down here and really made for an unpleasant morning. I'm going to try something here this morning, guys. I'm hopeful that you can hear me as we get out, but let's take a little walk out here to take a look at what conditions are like as we see this storm roll through. The winds easily are starting to pick up to exactly what John and Dakota are talking about when it comes to blizzard-like, if not full-on blizzard-style winds here. This is just a walk down through. You can take a look at the tower here as we go. It's really frozen seagulls. You can see what it's doing. Some of the stop signs down here as well as we turn into the wind. Gives you a pretty good idea of what's rolling in along the bayfront today. Well, I'd love to stand out here and walk around in this a little bit more. It does take your breath away. So we're going to make our way back to our live unit. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I know it's a little bit windy, but we're going to make our way back to our live unit. That's what we're traveling in right here today. I'm watching up on top of the Hampton up there as well. There's a Christmas tree they put up that's hanging on for dear life as well. So we will continue our coverage all the way across this morning as we get back into our live unit and send it back to the studio.
you for that, Scott.
It doesn't
Boy,
get
can
much
you
more
hear that.
firsthand than that. Yeah, tough to hear them at times, but really that is what we're facing as we head out the door this morning. Scott, we certainly appreciate that. Maybe saving other folks the hassle of dealing with all this stuff this morning.
Powerful winds out there. Definitely watch out for that in your travels. Check this out. This is video that our cameras captured of plows working on the interstates early this morning. This is on Interstate 86. Now keep in mind there are travel restrictions that are still in place.
Yeah, a lot of them. PennDOT calls them their Tier 3 winter weather restrictions. They're in place on I-79 southbound from Erie all the way down to Interstate 80. Also in effect for I-90, both directions between the New York and Ohio state lines, and then on I-86 westbound between the New York state line and I-90 east exit. So basically travel restricted for those commercial vehicles without chains or without what they call an alternative traction device on board. And in the city of Erie, it's basically insult to injury as we add this new blizzard warning to the existing snow emergency.
Yeah, you're asked not to drive on city streets unless you're an essential worker or an emergency response personnel. And the streets department was out pre-salting and clearing the roads already. We have some new video this morning showing those efforts. Erie Streets Borough Chief Jeff Gibbons says crews are working around the clock, and that means the odd and even parking rules are in place.
If you're on the wrong side of the street right now, I suggest you'd move it because we are towing cars. If we can't get through, the police are towing your car. We don't want to do that, but we have to be able to get through these streets. And now that we know that the storm is coming or potentially coming, we need everybody in the city of Erie to work together on this. We can't do it unless everybody does their part. We're going to try to come through and clean your street. You need to move your car so we can do what we have to do.
And Gibbons has told us that they do have more manpower than normal. He's going to rearrange those extra resources if needed, but the focus is on clearing the main roads first.
Yeah, with the extra resources, Gibbons says they'll try to stay in those neighborhoods as much as possible. But again, if you've driven down any of those side streets, you know it's really all about the vehicles that are parked there, whether or not those plows can get through. And that's why Jeff is asking folks at home to kind of do, what can be a Herculean task to get out there and clear out your car, but it is necessary at this point.
Yeah, definitely help your neighbors if you can. We're going to take you now to Corey. We've got Jacob Brooks out there live all morning long, keeping an eye on the conditions there.
Good morning. So we have a little bit of lull in the action here in Corey right now, which is really nice. But as you can see, there's still snow blowing around. The snow's really not falling that heavily, but as you can see off this trucking company behind me, well, now as the wind picks up, you can see it doesn't matter if it's snowing really hard. If you are driving through an area with blowing snow, you're going to have limited visibility. There's a lot of fields in this area as well. And the freshly fallen snow that's fallen on the side of the hotel is blowing around as well. There does seem to be, there is a little bit of traffic this morning. There's a Walmart across the street. The parking lot's been slowly filling up as it gets ready to open here within the next hour or so. But again, the conditions have been changing so quickly. It's really interesting to watch, honestly. Like 1 second is Armageddon, and the next second it's like this. It's not great, but it's not as bad as it was. Of course, we're expecting more snow here in Corey compared to the city, but still lots of issues here down in southern Erie County. Mark and Tracy, back to you.
We really appreciate you being live outside for us on this weather alert day. It has just been a tricky mess for days.
Yeah, we've got some school delays, school cancellations, so you can check our website out at the crawl at the bottom of the screen for the very latest information on that. Erie News Now's Dakota Hunter working in tandem with our chief meteorologist, John Stehlin, to keep us as up to date as possible. Yeah, the snow continuing to come down, and as you found out, Dakota, and as Jacob was telling us, conditions can change pretty quickly.
I know, it's just been pelting you in the face. I'm so glad you get to come inside for a moment, Dakota.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like one of those people from the National Weather Networks, they're just standing out there and like holding on for dear life out there when we get one of those wind gusts. But no, I mean, this is serious stuff here, folks, because when you're dealing with gusts 50 to 60 miles an hour, that is causing a lot of blowing and drifting snow. So that is reducing visibility. So that's why we've been telling you, if you don't really need to go out and travel today, just don't. And really, this past week for traveling has just been a nightmare with the first round that came in, and now we're dealing with this mess. So you can see Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter radar powered by LECOM, the live sweep coming around here, updating, giving us the most valuable and most up-to-date information out of anybody else. You can see here that we've got some heavier snow out towards Cambridge Springs and Quarry. Nothing too organized yet, but we are going to see these snow bands organize as we work through the rest of the day. Wind gusts here. We've already had a gust of 56 here into the city of Erie. That was around 440 or so this morning, and we're likely going to see that again as we work through the morning. Looks like the strongest wind gusts around 90 northward, the typical windier spots. That would be closer to the lakeshore, but we're still going to deal with gusty winds across the area. So even if you get a wind gust of 40 compared to 60, that's still going to blow around snow and cause some issues for us. So temperatures into the lower 30s, blizzard-like conditions, all the details you need to know on your forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dakota. It's 5:44 as we take a live look at the windy and snowy conditions down along the bayfront. You can see the Bicentennial Tower off in the distance through that blowing snow. It is a blizzard warning. We'll continue to monitor these road conditions as we move through this Thursday morning.
And how about a look from our sky view camera on State Street? Earlier, you could see the snow creeping in over us, rushing by. Stay with us for more weather updates right here on Erie News Now Sunrise.
First Warning Weather is brought to you by Interstate Mitsubishi.
Year-end offers at Interstate Mitsubishi can't be matched. All-wheel drive Outlanders, 0.99% financing plus take $2,000 off. Eclipse Cross, 2.99% plus $2,000 off. Outlander Sport, only $299 a month, not a lease. Plus enjoy a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Interstate Advantage perks, and trade values no one can match. We earn your business every day on every deal. Erie's best year-end deals are here. InterstateMitsubishi.com.
The Downtown Corey Business Association invites you for a fun-filled day of shopping in historic downtown Corey, PA, with 23 retail shops to enjoy. Before the Barrel, your whiskey, your way. Corey Connections, ultimate gift shop and full-service jewelry store featuring artists and crafters with one-of-a-kind items. Little Annie's, a little shop with lots. Check for individual hours on our Facebook page.
Cobb's, 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 Cobb's.
Got this couch at Cobb's. What?
Got these kicks at Cobb's. What?
I got this bling at Cobb's. What?
I got these jeans at Cobb's. What?
I got this dryer at Cobb's. What?
I got these picks at Cobb's. What?
I said we got these things at Cobb's.
What?
Cobb's Thrift Shop. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Corner of 13th and Parade.
Now, First Warning Weather with Dakota Hunter.
Welcome back, everybody. Weather Alert Day here continues, as rightfully so, as we have that blizzard warning in effect for all of Erie County. We will talk about that here in just a moment. So, again, as I mentioned earlier, traveling really not recommended here, but if you do have to get out and travel, you see some cars out there on Peachtree from the Gary Miller at the Mall Skycam there. But again, we're giving you those red lights because of that blizzard warning. And again, a blizzard has nothing to do with snow depth. You know, I know a lot of people think, well, you know, a blizzard warning, we're going to get 7 feet of snow. No, a blizzard warning mainly has to do with the winds. That's basically what a blizzard is. Wind gusts 50 to 60 miles an hour. That could produce near whiteout conditions. That is technically a blizzard. And there is heavy snow that we're going to see in some areas. So there it is, that red polygon. All of Erie County is under a blizzard warning. This was issued last night and will run until Saturday at 1 a.m. Might not last that long. Again, the winds look like they will die down as we work into the later part of today and into tomorrow. So if that is the case, then that blizzard warning will probably be canceled and just be replaced with the lake snow warning. So, and there is a lake effect snow warning, by the way, for the entire region that runs until Saturday morning. So you're seeing here on Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter radar powered by LECOM, those darker blues indicate some heavier snowfall rates, but right now nothing too organized. We could see some moderate to heavy bursts at times, but the main issue here through this morning really is the winds whipping a lot of this around. And not only is it blowing the snow around that's falling, but it's blowing the snow around from the snow pack that we already have on the ground. So you're seeing where the issues are coming from. A little clipper system moved through yesterday, brought us a little widespread snow, but now we're starting to see that connection from Lake Huron. That's going to add that lake effect snow machine, just keeping it chugging as we work through the day here. So first warning weather futurecast, 8 o'clock. Some darker blues here along 90-79. Pardon me, southward as we work into Cambridge Springs and Titusville. May see a little break in the snow as we head towards noon hour, but that lake effect snow kind of gets its act together as we work towards the afternoon. And we'll see a couple of bands here. There's not going to be kind of one distinct band as we work through the afternoon, but notice here, upwind to our source region from Lake Huron. That'll bring us that lake-to-lake connection and bring some of that snow back as we work into Friday. And then finally, Friday night, that snow finally starts to cut out here. So this is snowfall through tonight, 9 o'clock. You can already see the totals adding up here, about 5 to 8 inches. But as we add Friday into the mix, again, you can see here some of those heavier totals in the typical snow belt locations and up into what's called ski country once you work up into Chautauqua County. Weather alert days Thursday, Friday for those blizzard warnings and blizzard-like conditions. Sunday, probably our best day of the weekend, and then a meltdown arrives as we head towards Monday and Tuesday.
Thanks so much, Dakota. Now 5:49 on this Thursday. We've been getting lots of calls into our newsroom, lots of calls about folks concerned for those postal workers.
Yeah, I saw one when I left the station yesterday, and I thought, my goodness, does he have a job ahead of him?
Yeah, they've got that, that creed, but boy, this weather is really pushing that one to its limit.
Absolutely. We went out to find the Postal Service hard at work, bringing you your mail. Piled up snow made for an extra challenge, forcing these mail carriers to walk on the street, then up some driveways instead of along the sidewalks. This, of course, causing added time and some safety hazards for mail carriers to bring you your mail. And that's why the U.S. Postal Service has reached out asking for your help.
Yeah, much like getting the streets cleared, it's a bit of a team effort here. Mail carriers, as we mentioned, struggling to get to those mailboxes as the snow continues to pile up. So the Postal Service is actually issuing some snow removal tips. It's a lot of common sense sort of stuff. Just clear away enough snow from the curbside boxes to let those mail trucks get to the box if that's how your mail is delivered. You also want to help, they can drive away without that need for backing up or getting out of the vehicle. Of course, those walkways should be cleared as much as possible of that snow and ice, letting them get through without slipping, tripping, or falling. Handrails, yeah, try your best to keep them clear of ice and snow to avoid those injuries. And also, yeah, if you've got snow hanging off of the edge of your roof, you want to make sure that that is not going to fall down and hurt that mail carrier as they make their way in. I got my mail carrier's path shoveled just as the mailmen arrived back on Tuesday. And yeah, that's, help them out as much as possible.
Absolutely. It is tough enough, so everything you can do helps.
All right, here's a live look outside our Mill Creek Mall Tower Cam, checking out a snowy scene along Upper Peach Street and Interchange Road. Erie News Now Sunrise, a blizzard warning coverage coming back in a moment.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling to be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all. With the holiday.
It was supposed to be John V. Schultz's biggest sale of the year.
Black Friday is a total whiteout.
The snow came and didn't stop, forcing many of our customers to stay home.
Over 2 feet of snow.
So we're extending the Black Friday deals for 4 final days. Take an extra 25% off, 5-year special financing with no money down, and an extra $50 gift card. 4 days only. The Snow Emergency Sale at John V. Schultz.
Countdown to 6 o'clock here right now, 5:53. We are under a weather alert day here on this Thursday morning. If you're just waking up, yeah, this is what you're facing as you head out the door.
Erie County under a blizzard warning at this hour. And we have a live look along Erie's Bayfront for you right now. It is windy. It's a snowy scene this morning, and it means a lot of cancellations. You can find them at erienewsnow.com along the bottom of your screen right now. all of Erie's public schools are closed through the rest of this week. That's as municipal street crews continue to clear the roads and, of course, the sidewalks, too.
Yeah, we know a lot of Erie public school students walk to and from class, so yeah, that's why they're canceling right through the end of the week. Today and tomorrow will not be flexible instruction days, so no in-person or virtual learning. All Erie students, they say, should remain at home.
Yeah, and of course, find that full list anytime throughout the day today. At this point, we want to tell you about EMTA services. They are operating as scheduled today, but because of the changing conditions, EMTA will be making updates to those operations. You can visit ridethee.com or the MyStop app for updated information throughout the day. Passengers, of course, expect some delays and detours, and use extreme caution when you're waiting for those buses.
A trip to the grocery store was probably a struggle for most folks on Wednesday. Yeah, you're running into this, empty shelves. Oh, we didn't take the last bit of rolls. Okay, we didn't. It was the scene here last night at the Tops at West 38th and Liberty in Erie. You empty bread and milk shelves. I made a stop at the Walmart yesterday, not really realizing that so many folks would be, in that kind of panic mode to get out there and buy. So yeah, about a half an hour wait to get through the checkout line yesterday. So lots of folks clearing out the grocery store shelves, it seems.
Well, and so many of us have gone a few days without going to the store.
Yeah, you prepared for round one, right? And now you kind of had to get back out there and get ready for round two.
They're calling this round 2 plus, right, Dakota?
Yes, this is round 2 plus of this whole winter going on. Round 1 started, remember, around Thanksgiving. And then this is round 2. Now we've got that blizzard warning, so we added the plus on top of it. So again, there's our blizzard warning for Erie County. It is set to expire Saturday morning, but if the winds die down tonight and tomorrow, they'll probably cancel that early. But there is a lake effect snow warning for everybody else across the region. So again, high impacts for lake effect, strong winds and road conditions, blowing and drifting. Again, this image you're seeing here is our AHN St. Vincent Skycam that's up on top of the tower here at our station on State Street. So you're seeing Doppler Max 5D storm spotter radar powered by LECOM along with the National Weather Service radars showing us very good coverage of some of those lake effect snows coming on in. Starting to see a little bit more organization with that lake snow. There's our blizzard warning and also that lake effect snow warning. So again, we've got all the weather details you need to know coming up in the next hour, so don't go away.
Hi, I'm Rocky Bladder. As a veteran and former NFL athlete, I know staying healthy and partnering with your doctor is important. UPMC for Life has plans designed by veterans for veterans that get you extra savings, benefits, and money back in your Social Security check. Plus coverage for dentures, contacts, or eyeglasses, and discounts on hearing aids, all with access to the doctors and hospitals you want. Get in the game. Call today for free information.
It's a holiday tradition, and it's here at the Warner Theater. Lake Erie Ballet Company proudly presents Erie's Nutcracker Reimagined. Take a journey through time and experience Erie's history live on stage. You will be swept away by the beauty of our city's landscapes and the tradition of the Nutcracker Ballet. Join us for this community collaboration of Erie's Nutcracker Reimagined, December 21st and 22nd. Tickets on sale now at erieevents.com.
It's a weather alert day on this Thursday morning as we count down to 6 o'clock.
Erie County under a blizzard warning at this hour. This is a live look outside at the weather conditions. This is down on the Bayfront where there are a ton of wind gusts happening. It is cold. There's new snow coming down and on the way. Our mobile storm tracker has been out on the roadways all morning with those real-time updates, but of course looking for kind of the worst of it in this city, and you can see it's piling up down there.
Yeah. And look at all of this, taking us outside for a walk around the Dobbins Landing area.
Good morning, guys. I think you tossed to me. It's a little bit noisy, even with the windows rolled up here. From 4:30 on, I've watched the wind and sometimes the snow really pick up, but right now it is the wind that has really picked up. And here's what I can tell you as we go into the 6 a.m. hour. I'm going to try and give you a look at what the Bayfront looks like. It's a little tough to tell in the shot that I've got right now, but the bayfront is chopping. You can see a little bit of the waves going up there, but we're going to try and give you a much better look at that in our 6 a.m. hour this morning. The drives around some of the streets, just coming down State Street to get to the foot of State Street here, still a lot of plows, a lot of high lifts, a lot of dump trucks loading off that snow just as quick as they can before this fresh round kind of picks up and makes its way across Erie and northwest Pennsylvania. Guys, we'll be down here across the hour. Back to you, Mark and Tracy. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, Scott. Stay safe out there. It looks like Mother Nature's getting ready to make some of those ice sculptures that she creates when the weather outside is like it is right now. Here's our sky view shot of State Street in downtown Erie. You can still see some of that snow coming down, but again, a lot of this is about those winds. We'll have the latest on the first warning forecast, how much snow is headed our way, how strong those winds could be, all coming up next.
Mike Ruzzi and Eva Mastromattio. Weeknights on Erie News Now.
The Ashley Black Friday event is extended, so now it's the Ashley, ooh, I am so going to be the hostess with the mostest now, extended Black Friday event. But don't wait, it's also the Ashley You Can Save Up to $1,000 store-wide extended Black Friday event.
Noah's Legacy Project was started to honor Noah's life after his suicide due to bullying. Our mission is to combat bullying, prioritize mental health support for youth and first responders, and build an athletic complex that would not only be a safe space for athletes, but contribute to the community as well. Your donations enable us to provide these mental health services to underserved youth and first responders, educate youth on the harms of bullying, and work towards the athletic complex. Visit noahlegacy34.org to donate. Your support makes a difference.
Superstore Joe is always saying
yes
to great deals like an all-wheel drive Kia Seltos for just $289 a month at Auto Express Kia.
First warning weather Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter is powered by Lecom Health. With coverage you can count on, welcome to Erie News Now Sunrise.
Welcome back into Erie News Now Sunrise. We are weather alert on this Thursday morning.
Erie County under a blizzard warning at this hour, and we've got team coverage you can count on today. We even have John Stehlin in this morning.
Yeah, that's an indicator of just how big this storm is. We are live on the roads this morning. Our mobile storm tracker down along the Dobbins Landing area off to the left. In the middle there, our Jacob Brooks live down in southern Erie County in Corey. We'll look at how things are faring there. And we've got our Dakota Hunter outside of our Lily Broadcasting studios.
He is outside, and of course, with this blizzard warning, we've got our very own John Stehlin in studio with us, keeping us up to date on what we can expect today.
Yeah, we're going to expect wind, snow, and pretty much, I'm not saying the same stuff that we've seen, but we're going to see snow and wintry weather. We were telling you over a week ago that we're going to see a long duration event. Well, we got that break. It took about 20 hours before we got the lake effect snow warning again. So this has been, it's a fall to remember. We're not even officially in winter yet, believe it or not. So a very interesting fact there. Yep, blizzard warning in effect. Haven't seen that for a couple of years. Came around Christmas time in 2022, but a blizzard warning is extremely rare, and yeah, we're living through it right now. Erie County is where the blizzard warning is, but other counties around there will be affected. Bayfront Oliver's rooftop camera, you've seen some street level versions of it up top here on top of the Hampton Inns. You can see there a little shake to that camera. It's pretty bad out there. We head up to the mall complex. Gary Miller at the mall cam. Yeah, you can see the snow haze, some reduced visibility out there. You see a few cars moving and grooving across Peach Street there, and down State Street. Yeah, a little snow covered there. Still some cars on that street. And talking to Paul Gibbons in the streets department last night, they're going to tow you. So I can't say anything else. 31 degrees. You know what to do. AHN St. Vincent cam. Winds are from the west at 21. Look at this lake effect snow band. Compliments of Doppler Max 5D storm spotter radar powered by Lecom. Look at it. It's filling in now. You see how it's filling in before a little spotty here? I told you it's trying to get organized, and it seems like it's starting to do that. So we should probably seeing some good amount of snow, wind, and reduced visibility down into Edinburgh, out into Cambridge Springs. Send me a Facebook post or an email. Let me know what's going on down there. Snap a picture out your front window. We'd love to see what's going on under the radar beams. Blizzard warning here for you into Erie County. Everybody else, if you're watching us on the antenna on free TV, you're under a lake effect snow warning if you're not in Erie County. And if the blizzard warning does drop later on this afternoon, then the lake effect snow warning will go back into effect. So we're going to see that here. And here's proof of it, that teal green there in Warren County, Crawford, McKean, Ashtabula, and into Chautauqua County. We all have that issue, and that means that roadways will be a little bit tough to get up and down or side to side on. As you can see here, reduced visibility. I keep saying this should be about 10. And we're well below that. Dakota Hunter, he didn't draw the short straw. He loves to go outside and loves that cold air. It keeps him awake and fresh. And you're tracking some of those winds and the wind component of this blizzard warning.
Yes, and you know, the cold air does definitely does some good for you. Wind is blowing stuff around out here, and we are seeing that blowing and drifting snow. Just had a pretty good wind gust here about a minute or so ago, but we do have grapple coming down as well. Again, grapple is like frozen ice pellets that fall. So again, Kelly Rowland did a great graphic on that a couple of days ago. But talking about the winds here, we are talking about those wind gusts 45 to 50, near 60 miles per hour. Cleveland had a wind gust of 61 just a little while ago. So again, we have had support for those 55, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and that is blizzard-like conditions. Again, near whiteouts where you go just a couple of feet down the road and you can't even see your hand in front of your own face. That's kind of how a blizzard works. Remember, it doesn't have much to do with snow depth as much as it is wind. So again, that blizzard warning, as John mentioned, stays in place through Saturday morning, but if the winds die down, we could see that blizzard warning dropped later today or maybe into tomorrow. But the snow totals will be deep. We could be talking about an additional 10 to 12 inches, maybe even more in some localities south of the city. So the first round, it was 90 northward that took the brunt. Now it looks like it's going to be 90 southward that's going to take the brunt of this one. But everybody is going to be feeling the gusty winds through much of the day. We've got much more weather coming up in just a few minutes from the warmer inside studio. Back to you.
All right, we'll get you inside, warm you up, straighten that audio issue out. In the meantime, Erie County waking up to the first blizzard warning in just about 2 years now.
Yeah, we heard John mention that a moment ago, and it's just like his appearance here on Erie News Now Sunrise, a blizzard warning, a relative rarity. This one is mainly, though, about those strong winds that we're already starting to feel outside, and then also we're talking about that possibility for a whole lot more snow.
How about another live look outside in the city of Erie this morning? This is our sky view camera, and that blizzard warning came out late last night. It's in effect until 1 o'clock Saturday morning. Of course, John Stehlin and our weather team talking about the chance for as much as 15 inches of new snow north of I-90. Higher amounts south of the interstate are expected. Again, the big weather factor with this blizzard warning is the wind. We're looking at gusts of up to 60 miles per hour north of I-90, a little less to the south. How about a live look now at Meadville, where the travel could quickly turn tricky. The strongest winds and blizzard conditions expected through midday today. And then, of course, that lake effect snow. The Weather Service saying the combination of the strong winds and the large, dense snowpack could result in damage to structures. Again, that blizzard warning for Erie County in effect until Saturday morning.
So yeah, we're talking about a lot of weather factors at play. Those winds that are really picking up now. Of course, the cold's been in place for a while. Now we're talking about some new snow.
Yeah, we are. So our mobile storm tracker is out on the roads giving you those real-time updates of the conditions. We've got our news director, Scott McDowell, out there tracking it all for us. Hi, Scott.
Good morning, guys. Boy, what a scene at Dobbins Landing this morning. I'm going to try and give you a pretty good idea, as promised, as we try and get out of our vehicle here and take you for a look at Dobbins Landing, just trying to hold the door of the jail and flow on its own. Give me a sec here. We're going to see how close we can get to checking out our bayfront here. It's a little tough to see, but this gives you an idea of what the bayfront looks like this morning as these blizzard winds come across our area. The snow has let up at least a little bit coming across here this morning, but the winds and the waves at Dobbins Landing are powerful. I don't know if I've ever seen Dobbins Landing as churned up as it is right now. I'm looking at another, I think another media group across the way, and they are set up on the bad side of Dobbins Landing, and they're just taking a pounding with these waves. I chose to pick this side so I don't get pounded and soaked, but you get a pretty good idea of what Dobbins Landing and the bay is like this morning, all the way across. The winds, as you turn back into them, you can tell are very, very strong all the way across here. So we are going to get off of the hills as we go, try and get back to the safety of our vehicle. You can see the trees and the winds. There's that gust that picks up again. It's going to be a sporting day here in Erie, Pennsylvania, guys. I'll throw it back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much for all of that. Of course, our cameras caught some video of plows working on the interstates early this morning. This was taken on Interstate 86. Now, keep in mind, there are travel restrictions that are still in place.
Yeah, PennDOT calls it their Tier 3 winter weather restrictions. That's in effect on I-79 from Erie all the way down to Interstate 80. Also in effect on I-90, both directions between New York and Ohio, I-86 westbound between the New York state line and the I-90 east exit. This basically means travel is restricted for those commercial vehicles without chains on the tires or without what they call an alternative traction device on board.
We are also live in Corey this morning. That's where we find our Jacob Brooks. He made the drive very early on, keeping an eye on the conditions out there for us.
Yeah, a little tough to see Jacob right now, but we can see exactly what's going on weather-wise down in southern Erie County. How are you faring so far, Jacob?
Good morning. So the conditions, like I said earlier, they are changing. About 15-20 minutes ago, right in between live shots, there was very heavy snow. It was nearly a whiteout from where we are under the awning here at the hotel in Corey. The snow has lightened up a little bit, but it is still blowing around. There are snow plows out. I have seen them out this morning, and they were out overnight pre-treating those roads. I saw a lot of them through the city and southern Erie County on my drive here from the station along State Street. There were some people out on the roads, but even if the snow isn't falling super hard, like it has let up a little bit, the blowing snow, it really doesn't make a difference. There is still snow blowing all over the road. Roads are snow covered. This parking lot is snow covered and slippery. So if you absolutely have to travel this morning, please be very careful. But as we've recommended, it might be best to stay home today.
All Erie public schools are closed through the rest of this week as municipal street crews continue to clear the roads and the sidewalks.
Yeah, Erie kind of leading the way in terms of closing down the schools. Today and tomorrow will not be flexible instruction days, no in-person learning, no virtual instruction, but they do say all Erie school students should remain at home.
Yeah, there's a list of the school closings on your screen right now. You can also find that full list of closings of everything at erienewsnow.com. We'll continue to keep you updated throughout the day today. And of course, we've got our Dakota Hunter back inside, warming up just a bit.
Yeah, we're also, Dakota, starting to see some of those power outages that we had talked about being a strong possibility in the city of Erie. A couple of them, about 500 or so customers affected. Now we're just getting a new report of an outage down in Meadville.
Yes, and you know, that's also the other part of this as well, is dealing with those strong gusty winds that are going to bring down some tree branches. And also, remember, with the snow that we've already had, there is a lot of weight on tree branches and power lines already. So again, you get those gusty winds, could be enough to maybe cause some outages. So again, as John's been mentioning, just make sure things are charged. You've got your phones and tablets and doodads and everything all charged and ready to go here. Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter Radar powered by LECOM, the area's only live and local Doppler radar, showing you some heavier snow bands. Again, this is where Jacob is out here in Corey. So we're seeing some heavier snow bands out there, out towards Wattsburg. City of Erie starting to see a little break, but it does look like it's snowing when you factor in the winds. Yeah, we're talking about future wind gusts, maybe close to 60 miles per hour. We had 56 at the Erie airport earlier. Cleveland had 61. So there definitely is that potential for 55, 60 plus mile per hour wind gusts. Complete details on our forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Dakota. 6:11 as we continue to keep you updated on the conditions outside. Again, the waves crashing into Dobbins Landing down along Presque Isle Bay. Our mobile storm tracker out and about on this very windy conditions. Of course, down near the Hampton Inn and Suites, we often get that bird's eye view from the Oliver's rooftop restaurant, but down at ground level, it is just nasty out there.
Plus, delivering during a lake effect storm like this is no easy feat. We'll show you how a local company is making way for drivers when we come back.
Latest news at your fingertips. ErieNewsNow.com.
Thank you, Erie, for making us a part of your daily rhythm. We're honored and humbled by your love and support, and we can't wait to keep bringing you the joy and vibes that you've come to know on
Happy 9 to 7 HD.
Once again, the Brandel grandchildren would like to wish you a happy holiday season.
We pray for world peace and good health for everyone.
Season's greetings from Denver, Colorado.
Cherish your time spent with family and friends. Be thankful to God for everything.
Being sung by
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from our family to yours.
Have a healthy and happy New Year.
After almost 4 years, it's time to start paying on your federal student loans again, but you have options.
We can help you find an affordable payment plan, like the new SAVE plan. Or we can tell you if you're a good candidate to have your federal student loans forgiven in bankruptcy under the new federal guidelines.
The attorneys at Stehlin Steinberg have been helping people solve their debt problems for over 30 years. With our experience, why go anywhere else?
Always on the nice list with Corrine Scott. Call me at Coldwell Banker.
Shop Dugan's Service and Appliances Black November Savings Event. Visit DugansAppliance.com.
Now, first warning weather with Dakota Hunter.
Welcome back, everybody. Of course, it is a weather alert day for obvious reasons. We do have that blizzard warning and also that lake effect snow warning in effect for all of the area. Well, the blizzard warning for Erie County, lake effect for everybody else. Here's our Smith's Wholesale Appliances sky cam over Presque Isle, and look at the white caps out on Lake Erie. So that is showing you how strong these winds are. Again, we had 56 miles per hour at the Erie Airport. We had 61 out into Cleveland. So again, that is basically a blizzard, and a blizzard really doesn't have much to do with snow depth. It's really about winds and the visibility. So traveling really not recommended here because of the blowing and drifting snow. So again, if you have to travel through today, the advice we've been telling you the past several days is use extreme caution. But if you don't need to go out, just don't. I mean, you know, I know a lot of people still need to put up their Christmas decorations, holiday decorations. Today would be a great day to be inside and get that done. Maybe get that Christmas tree up. And, you know, it would be a good day to just stay inside and watch the snow from the comfort of your home. All right, blizzard warning for all of Erie County. It is set to expire at 1 a.m. Saturday, but if the winds die down later tonight or tomorrow, this blizzard warning will probably be dropped, but then that lake snow warning goes back into effect for all of Erie County and all of the region as well. So widening the view here, Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter Radar powered by LECOM. Showing a little organization here within some of this snow out towards Edinburgh, Wattsburg, Quarry, 79 and 90. Definitely seeing some heavy bouts of snow here. So again, just a little zoom in here around about Highway 19 here out towards Wattsburg. So again, just watch for that. But here's the setup here. We have what was called a Alberta Clipper, a fast-moving low-pressure area that's kind of scooted through yesterday, brought us a little widespread snow. Now we're on the back side of this with a cold front, and again, we were telling you that cold front was going to trigger the lake effect snow machine. And First Warning Weather Futurecast picks up on it very well here. 8 o'clock, you see this darker blue strip from Wattsburg down into Titusville, into Tityou. That's where we could see, again, those inch and a half per hour snowfall rates. But make no mistake about it, if you don't see any snow today from the skies, or at least not a lot, there's still going to be a breezy wind, averaging gusts 40 to maybe close to 60 miles per hour. That 60 mile per hour gust is going to be closer to the lake Lake Erie shoreline. The snow kind of cuts out as we work into the later part of Friday. So again, that lake snow warning might be dropped early depending on when those lake effect snow machines finally shut off. You can see here through the afternoon and this evening about a good 8 to 10 inches across the interior. Let's add Friday into the mix and you can see an additional foot or more, especially across the interior locations. Temperatures in the 30s through Friday as weather alert days continue, then a warm up next week with rain showers.
Thanks, Dakota. 6:17 on this snowy Thursday morning. Of course, it's all about what's happening outside at this hour.
It is. Let's take a live look from our mobile storm tracker. Out on the road again, giving you real-time updates of the conditions. Of course, this is live along the bayfront. You can see the waves crashing up there. You can also see some of the businesses there that are, you know, snow blanketed as well.
Yeah, that down there at the Sheraton, they have those igloos typically set up during the winter months. I don't know if those igloos are going to hold up. We're talking wind gusts of upwards of 50 miles an hour. So yeah, it's a blizzard warning to start off this Thursday morning.
It is. We've got our Scott McDowell, our news director, out there this morning, so he'll have continuing coverage throughout the show today. We do want to tell you about a local company taking a unique approach to ensure that Amazon drivers can keep delivering during this storm, because it is indeed the holiday season.
Yeah, it's like technology versus nature in this one. Check out this scene at the Amazon Fulfillment Warehouse Wednesday. This is out in Mill Creek. Gerlach's teaming up with Aero Snow Removal to clear out the Amazon parking lot there off 23rd Street. The company based out of New York State uses massive snow melters. And they say this equipment can actually melt up to 600 tons of snow an hour. Yeah, the company often used by airports, sports complexes, helping these groups remove large quantities of snow right in the middle of a storm.
How about a live look this morning at the Bayfront? More blizzard warning coverage coming from our entire team of first warning weather meteorologists. So stay with Erie News Now.
Once again, the Brandel grandchildren would like to wish you a happy holiday season.
We pray for world peace and good health for everyone.
Season's greetings from Denver, Colorado.
Cherish your time spent with family and friends. Be thankful to God for everything.
Being sung by
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from our family to yours.
Have a healthy and happy New Year.
Surround yourself with savings on your favorite meat, dairy, and produce items at Giant Eagle. We've lowered prices on hundreds of items throughout our produce department to help you save money every time you shop.
Enjoy Northeast and Downtown Merchants present Sugar Plum Saturday, December 7th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Start your holiday shopping with unique gifts, special deals, and holiday cheer for the entire family. Taking the town by horse and carriage, grab some sweet treats in the park, or snap a pic in front of the 40-foot Christmas tree. Visit the Winter Market for locally made arts and crafts and the Elf Workshop at the Apple Basket for free kids crafts and letters to Santa. For more Sugar Plum Saturday activities, visit nechamber.org.
Thank you, Erie, for making us a part of your daily rhythm. This award belongs to each and every one of you who tune in, laugh with us, dance with us, and allow us to be a true reflection of our incredible city.
Happy 9 to 7 HD.
Welcome back in, 6:20 on your Thursday morning. We are weather alert. We're starting to see those power outage numbers slowly climb up. We've got outages in the city of Erie, one down in Meadville, and a new one out in western Erie County.
Yeah, that snow is really blowing today. Erie County under a blizzard warning at this hour. The first time this has happened in just about 2 years.
Yeah, and as we continue to work on digging out from the last round of lake effect snow, officials and residents out in Mill Creek are reflecting on the current conditions.
From A to F, how would you grade Mill Creek Township's response to the snowstorm?
Wow, well, that was a tremendous amount of snow.
Wednesday evening, the road seemed to be clear and drivable after initial reports indicated 36.4 inches of snow fell throughout the township. But as more snow heads into the area, officials and residents in Mill Creek are reflecting on those conditions, grading how well leaders handled the first snowstorm of the year.
I think the residents did a good job of staying off the roads, and I think the township did a good job of getting rid of the snow, but there's a lot more to get rid of.
There are some streets, I know my own street was missed for a while there, and there's other streets that were missed, and there are probably still some that are still missed out there. But I do think that they're trying to do the best they can, all things considered.
Throughout this week, we're going to continue to head to municipalities to see what you think is going well and what may need to be approved.
Yeah, dramatically different conditions on the roads from the west side of Erie, even just to the east side of Erie. So yeah, it really depends on your location as to how well those roads are being cleared. All right, John Stehlin in early this morning, a very rare appearance here on Erie News Now Sunrise, indicating just how serious this is.
I know. I think people are rubbing their eyes going, what time is it?
Yeah, you know, I worked the morning show for a lot of my career. I remember waking up at like 6 in the morning thinking I've missed, I woke up at 6 at night thinking it was 6 in the morning. I'm like, what's going on? I've done that before. Of course, let's take a look at Doppler Max 5D, Storm Spotter Radar, powered by LECOM. And you can see here a little bit earlier, we were seeing not necessarily a big organization of those lake effect snow bands. We're kind of seeing that now moving on in. But of course, we've been geeked about this. We're going to see plenty of snow, we think. And the difference that we are bringing you with the last storm, now with storm round number 2 and round 2 plus, right? Is that what I called it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 plus?
Yeah.
Was that it? All right, let's freeze this. Dakota's driving the bus here. Let's freeze this here for you. This is with all the radars. Well, sorry, this is Doppler Max 5. Is this with all the, yeah. We got all the radars on. You can see the swishes going on here. You can see this here. And it looks pretty impressive, I hope, because we have our Doppler Max 5D in there. Let's take 5D out from Pleasantville. Let's turn it back on. Do you see the difference, people? We have not seen this in 30 years. And right now, if I was here about 4 weeks ago and this was happening, I'll say, yeah, less showers out here into Edinburgh, Titusville looking fine right now, just a few light showers out in Corey. But now we see into the storm and we extend that snow coverage from Edinburgh to Meadville back to Teudhope. And this is the difference. And right now you are seeing snow from Meadville all the way up to Corey. And that means down 19, across 6, down 79, and 86 as well, clearing out a little bit up here, but we expect to fill that in before it's all said and done with. So once again, blizzard warnings in effect throughout the day. We'll have morning forecast coming up in just a few.
There was 5 doctors, and I asked them, did you read the MRI? Look at the MRI. They said, no. We read the report. There's nothing there. The cancer was stage 4 throughout my whole body. Had I not seen Dr. Thomas, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Tri-State Pain Institute. If you're in pain, we can help.
We love every detail about our new kitchen and could not be more pleased. Andrea took the time to get to know us, our budget, and how we use our kitchen.
Andrea walked us through the design, material selection, and executed the construction. In the end, we wouldn't have wanted to work with anyone else.
We love where we live.
Age in place with confidence. Community Resources for Independence offers personalized private care services, helping you stay independent at home. Our compassionate caregivers provide support with daily living, transportation, and community activities. Your home, your independence. Contact CRI today to learn how we can support you in staying where you feel most comfortable. Community Resources for Independence. Empowering independence every day.
Coming to TLC Senior Solutions was a very comfortable and rewarding experience. So I talked to Angie. I've known Angie for a little while, and I feel very comfortable with her. She's been in the business for a long time. All of the people here now are really knowledgeable. I can ask any of them questions.
Go see the team at TLC Senior Solutions, where care and coverage really come first.
Welcome back into Erie News Now Sunrise, 6:25 on this weather alert Thursday. That's because we are dealing with winter weather once again.
We are. The wind is whipping. Erie County is under a blizzard warning at this hour. And in the city of Erie, it is insult to injury as we add this new warning to the existing snow emergency.
Yeah, one on top of the other. You're asked to not drive on city streets, though, except for those essential workers, emergency response personnel. The streets department, as you can see in this video, was out salting and clearing roads even through the overnight before the real heavy stuff started to move in, the winds as well. This video from overnight showing some of those efforts. Erie Streets Bureau Chief Jeff Gibbons says that his crews are working around the clock, and it also means those odd even parking rules that were suspended for a while, they are back in place.
If you're on the wrong side of the street right now, I suggest you'd move it, because we are towing cars. If we can't get through, the police are towing your car. We don't want to do that, but we have to be able to get through these streets. And now that we know that the storm is coming or potentially coming, we need everybody in the city of Erie to work together on this. We can't do it unless everybody does their part. We're going to try to come through and clean your street. You need to move your car so we can do what we have to do.
Now, Gibbons also said they have more manpower than normal, and they're going to rearrange those extra resources if they need to focus on clearing the main roads first, and then the extra resources, he says, they'll try to use to stay in the neighborhoods as much as possible.
Yeah, but some neighborhoods are really in rough shape this morning, and now we're kind of adding on to it as we take you back outside our mobile storm tracker down along the bayfront. Wow, check out Presque Isle Bay, looking like the ocean this morning with those waves crashing into the Sheraton down there along Presque Isle Bay. Yeah, we got the windy conditions. Our Scott McDowell going to give us the very latest from the mobile storm tracker, what he's seeing down along Presque Isle Bay and the waterfront. That's when Erie News Now Sunrise comes back.
Closed captioning of Erie News Now is brought to you by R.W. Petruso Hearing and Audiology.
The Ultimate Gift Card Sale is back and better than ever. Get a free $10 bonus card for every $50 spent through Christmas Day. New this year, Roma's Italian Kitchen, Oliver's Rooftop and Beer Garden, the Spa at the Peak, and Bistro 210 Restaurant. Dine at Applebee's Grill and Bar or Quaker Steak and Lube with Duckpin Bowling. Enjoy family fun at the Peak and Splash Lagoon, a top 10 indoor water park. The Ultimate Gift Card Sale. Don't miss out. Get your free $10 bonus card today.
I'm Amanda Bonison, and I can fight for your Social Security disability benefits. If you need to apply or have been denied, call Burger & Green. We understand the difficulties you are facing, and we want to help. For 40 years, we have been fighting for the rights of the injured and the disabled. We will answer your questions, meet every deadline, and be with you at every stage of the appeals process. Trust the name you know.
Burger & Green, the injury and disability lawyers. 1-800-999-2626.
Need tires? Call Flynn's first.
Where the advertised tire price is the entire price. And tell them Flinny sent you.
For more information, visit erienewsnow.com/hometownpros.
The Ashley Black Friday event is extended, so now it's the Ashley Mommy Needs This More Than Anything Else in the World extended Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Ashley You Can Get 0% interest for 72 months extended Black Friday event.
With coverage you can count on. Welcome to Erie News Now Sunrise.
All right, as we welcome you back in, we are under weather alert status on this Thursday morning, Tracy.
6:30 a.m. and Erie County is already under a blizzard warning at this hour, and we have team coverage for you that you can count on. You will not see this anywhere else.
That is for sure. Off to the left-hand portion of your screen, our live mobile storm tracker down along Presque Isle Bay. The waves crashing into the bayfront there. In the middle, Jacob Brooks down in southern Erie County's Corey with a look at how things are shaping up there. And our man Dakota Hunter outside of our Lilly Broadcasting studios.
And the team coverage doesn't stop there. As Erie County wakes up to this blizzard warning this morning, we've got our own John Stehlin live in studio.
Yeah, you know it's big when we bring in the chief. John, we're starting to see some of those power outage numbers climb up just as we've been expecting.
Yeah, they are. I think it was like over 400 in Erie, but they're really climbing pretty quickly in the western portions of Pennsylvania and out into Ohio. I think Lake County was already at 2,000 out there in Ohio. So we expect those numbers to go on up. We're at that 40-mile-an-hour winds or higher will give us scattered power outages. 60 might give us more than scattered, so we're going to keep an eye on that for you. Blizzard warning in effect, Erie County. That's why it's a weather alert day, and that blizzard warning is a very rare one here. We don't see them very often. However, we did see one a couple of years ago around Christmas time, and did see a little bit of snow. I think we're going to see more snow here. Again, got that snow haze, that blowing snow going out here. Still some folks out there on the roadways probably have to get to work, but we are expecting that lake effect snow band to increase, and we're seeing that on Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter right now. Auto Express Kia, you know, the best part of this is the happy holiday sign out here across the Allegheny. Not looking too bad out there. A little bit of snow on the Veterans Memorial Bridge for you. You can see some low-level clouds. We saw a little bit of snow. Got a little break near the lakeshore right now. AHN, the St. Vincent Camp, 31 degrees, 17 the wind chill. Winds still westerly, still waiting for them to go a little bit northwest, and that's when we're going to see a bulk of whatever snow we're going to see today. The big red bullseye, the elephant in the room, that is the blizzard warning in effect for Erie County. Everybody else under a lake effect snow warning, and you can see here a little bit more organization of that lake effect snow band, seeing a little bit more coming on in. So Gerard out to Erie, give it another 20-30 minutes, you'll start seeing more snow starting to fly, and you can see here gusts could be up to 50 to 60 miles an hour today. Speaking of the gust, Dakota Hunter is definitely feeling them right outside the station right now. And Dakota, sorry you drew the short straw today. Okay, the gusts. All right, we're back. Dakota, take it away.
Yes, and you know, I mean, you know, you're not a real weather geek if you're not out into the elements, and you know, that's what we do here, which is why it is great. But you know, this is kind of what you can expect here. Pretty gusty winds here. Again, we had a gust of 56 miles per hour earlier at the Erie Airport, 61 out into Cleveland. So wind gusts of 50, 60 miles an hour are likely, especially along 90 northward, the typical breezier conditions the closer you get towards the lakeshore. Now, winds will start to die down a little bit as we head into the afternoon hours and into tonight. So if the winds die down below about 40 or 45 miles per hour, we'll probably lose that blizzard warning. But that lake effect snow warning will kick back into effect once the blizzard warning is over. It is set to expire at 1 a.m. on Saturday. So again, basically what we've been talking about, if you don't need to travel, don't, because near whiteouts are going to be likely, not from the snow, not just from the snowpack, from the snow that has already fallen, but snow from the skies as well, which will create some very hazardous and dangerous driving conditions. We've got all the forecast details you need to know on this, plus the week ahead coming up from the warmer inside. Back to you guys.
Yeah, we will welcome you back in here. Of course, this is breaking overnight news, that first blizzard warning in almost 2 years, and that's why we've got this team coverage for you.
Yeah, John was mentioning Christmas of 2022. That was the last time we had a blizzard warning. And really, this is all about the strong winds that are headed our way. We do also have that possibility for a whole lot more snow to fall over the next 12 to 24 hours. Want to get you a live look right now at the city of Erie. This is our Skyview camera. We don't have a whole lot of snow coming down right now, but the blizzard warning was issued a little before 10 o'clock last night, in effect now until 1 o'clock Saturday morning. John and the weather team talking about that chance for as much as 15 inches of new snow north of I-90, higher amounts south of the interstate. But again, the big weather factor with the blizzard warning is the wind.
And we are looking at gusts of up to 60 miles per hour north of I-90 and a little less to the south. How about a live look this morning at Meadville? There, travel could quickly turn tricky with the strongest winds and the blizzard conditions expected through midday today. Then, of course, that lake effect snow again. The Weather Service says the combination of the strong winds that we're seeing and the large dense snowpack could result in damage to structures, so be very cautious. Again, that blizzard warning for Erie County is in effect until 1 o'clock Saturday morning.
When storms like this hit here at Erie News Now, we kind of use that term, all hands on deck. That's the case. Our chief meteorologist, John Stehlin, in, as well as the boss, Scott McDowell. So be on your best behavior, Traci. He is live with our mobile storm tracker down on Dobbins Landing.
Yeah, we're talking winds, cold, that new snow. Scott, what are you seeing down on the Bayfront right now?
Snow. So what are you seeing down on the Bayfront right now? I'm seeing down on the Bayfront, Traci, national media that has decided to descend on Dobbins Landing to take a look at some of this, and they get to experience a blizzard warning rolling into Erie. I just watched some crews from Fox roll up here, and they're setting up and trying to set up along the way here, and it is difficult. It is difficult to even stand when you step outside. So that's why I've chosen the safe route to stay in our live truck, our heavy truck, just to make sure that we are safe in covering this for you. But that's the reason we're out here, is to show people this is why we do what we do and keep people informed, so you've got a good idea as to why you should stay inside and not get on the roads today. This is just the start of this wind that's coming across the lake. I know the snow is going to follow, and it has just gotten progressively windier and windier down here along Dobbins Landing. We'll continue our coverage with our new radar with John and Dakota outside across the day today and bring you the very latest. Guys, back to you in the studio.
Scott, we really appreciate your coverage this morning. We'll continue to check in with him. Part of the reason to stay inside is so those plows can do their work. And of course, this is video we captured of the plows on the interstate early this morning. This was taken on Interstate 86. Now, keep in mind there are travel restrictions in place today.
Yeah, PennDOT calls it their Tier 3 winter weather restrictions. They're in place right now on I-79 southbound from Erie all the way down to I-80. They're also in effect for Interstate 90, both directions between the New York and Ohio state lines. I-86 impacted westbound between the New York line and the I-90 east exit. It basically means travel's restricted for commercial vehicles without chains or what they call an alternative traction device on board. Speed limits on the interstates down to 45 miles an hour.
We want to take you live now out to Corey. That's where our Jacob Brooks made the drive early this morning. He is hunkering down there, keeping an eye on the conditions for us.
And Jacob, you've been telling us these conditions have varied at points throughout the past couple of hours.
Yeah, they have, and now we're seeing more consistent snowfall here in Corey. The snow hasn't been letting up as much as it was earlier this morning. Just behind me, I'm not sure if you can see it because of the visibility, but there is a Walmart back there. The roads here are totally snow covered. We have a good couple of inches here, probably about 2 to 3 inches here on the ground in Corey. But again, it's hard to tell because the wind has been blowing around so much, and we just got in that the schools in Corey are closed as we have these conditions this morning. It is just a mess out here. Earlier this morning, I heard the winds whistling through the buildings here, and there's a trucking company basically behind the hotel, and I'm gonna take a look at it now. Yeah, there's a ton of snow blowing off the roof there. So even if it's not snowing where you are, there's still that blowing snow, and that's going to cause problems. And again, just in, Corey schools here closed today, and you can see why. Mark and Tracy, back to you.
Schools closed today. Jacob, thank you for that live report this morning on this weather alert day. The snow and the blowing conditions making it even tougher than it's been the last couple of days.
Yeah, for sure. We're talking about lots of school closings. We mentioned Erie closed right through the end of the week. We've got the Northeast School District closed.
West County schools are closed.
Warren
now as well.
County schools are shut down for today. It's an indicator, Dakota, of just how serious this storm is.
Yeah, and you know, like I said earlier, it's not so much this snow that is coming down as much as it is, especially through this morning, the snow that's blowing around. Yeah, we've got wind gusts. We had 56 at the Erie Airport earlier this morning, so close to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That is near blizzard-like conditions. Remember, a blizzard, a lot of people think it's like heavy snow depth, and yeah, I mean, we are going to add on maybe an additional foot in some areas, but mostly blizzard really has to do with winds and wind chill. Those are the two main components for blizzards. So again, you see Doppler Max 5D storm spotter radar powered by LECOM, the area's only live and local Doppler. You can see as that live sweep comes around, giving us fresh data. There is a pocket of some heavier snowfall out here towards Corey, extending to the east of Cambridge Springs and east of Meadville as well. But again, we are going to see more lake snow as we work through today, tonight, and tomorrow. So here's the reason for the blizzard warning. You see those wind gusts, 50, maybe close to 60 miles per hour as we work through the day here. Or through the morning. Now, the winds do subside a bit as we work through the later part of our Thursday and into Friday. So the Weather Service might look at canceling that blizzard warning early. It's set to run until 1 a.m. on Saturday, but that doesn't mean the event is over. That just means the wind profiles are not going to be there to warrant a blizzard warning. The lake effect snow warning will kick back into place for the entire region. So again, blizzard-like conditions through today, temperatures into the lower 30s. Much more details coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dakota. It is 6:40 on your snowy Thursday morning. That blizzard warning in place right through Saturday morning as we get you this live look at the conditions down along Presque Isle Bay. Waves crashing into Dobbins Landing on this blizzard warning Thursday morning. We're coming right back.
And now we take a live look from our Skyview camera on State Street. Earlier, you could see that snow creeping in over us, rushing by. It is here. It's here to stay for a bit. And we've got team coverage and weather updates coming up next on Erie News Now Sunrise.
The Downtown Corry Business Association invites you for a fun-filled day of shopping in historic downtown Corry, PA, with 23 retail shops to enjoy. KC's Express. Chillax while waiting for your wood-fired pizzas, subs, and delicious sweets. Epiphany's Emporium, bringing upscale gifts and treasures to downtown Corry. The Painted Finch Gallery, showcasing the exceptional. Check for individual hours on our Facebook page.
Hi, I'm Rocky Blatter. You know, as a veteran and former NFL athlete, I know staying healthy and partnering with your doctor is important. UPMC for Life has plans designed by veterans for veterans that get you extra savings, benefits, and money back in your Social Security check. Plus coverage for dentures, contacts, or eyeglasses, and discounts on hearing aids, all with access to the doctors and hospitals you want. Get in the game. Call today for free information.
We're excited to ring in the holiday season at the 60th Annual Barber Christmas Ball. Grab family and friends for an unforgettable night of dancing, decorations, and festivities.
My Aunt Tootie, Dr. Gertrude Barber, began this holiday tradition to support Barber National Institute's mission to make dreams come true for children and adults with intellectual disabilities and autism.
Celebrate with us in the spirit of the season.
Join us at the Barber Christmas Ball on Saturday, December 14th.
Are you planning a vacation and need someone to take care of your dog? Lucky Dog Stay and Play has your answer. We provide a state-of-the-art facility to board your dog that features climate-controlled, spacious 5x5 kennels, oversized multiple play areas for group and individual play, and a 24/7 security system to keep your mind at ease. From drop-off to pickup, your dog will receive plenty of play and rest time, as well as staff interaction and care. The first night is always 50% off for all new visitors. Lucky Dog Stay and Play. Call us today.
First warning weather, brought to you by Andrea's Interior Design Gallery. Now, first warning weather with Dakota Hunter.
Welcome back, everybody. Weather Alert Day continues here as we continue to have that blizzard warning in effect for Erie County. Wanted to give you another look at our Smith's Wholesale Appliances Skycam at Presque Isle, and you can kind of see it here, those white caps over the lake. That's showing you how windy it is out there. Again, this information you see right here, 31 degrees with a west wind of 25, that is live weather data. So again, we have a sustained wind of 25 miles per hour into the city of Erie, but those gusts are closer to 40, 50. Again, we had 56 as a peak wind gust so far in the city of Erie today. There's our blizzard warning for all of Erie County. Like I said, it is set to expire Saturday at 1 a.m., but the winds will likely die down later tonight and into tomorrow, so this blizzard warning might be dropped, but that doesn't mean the whole event is over. That just means the lake effect snow warning will kick back into place for Erie County. And there is that lake snow warning for everybody else too. Crawford, Mercer, Venango, Warren, Chautauqua, Ashtabula, Trumbull. If you're watching us on TV, you're under some sort of a winter weather warning. That's how it's working. So here's how it looks on Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter radar powered by LECOM. Some heavier bursts of snow out to the east of Corry, extending into that western section of Warren County. Now, this is just our live radar. Let's put the National Weather Service radars in composite with 5D, and you see the difference here. Now, I'm going to go to an image of just the National Weather Service radars, which is this, okay? This is Buffalo, Pittsburgh, State College, Cleveland. Now this is 5D. Do you see the difference here? See how it fills in that gap we've had for nearly 30 years? So again, that is why we are seeing some of those heavier snow showers much better than we did in years past. And again, this is an amazing radar X-band. It picks up snow particles better because of it's on the X-band. So again, we are so happy to have it. And thanks for LECOM for coming on board with us. So here's how First Warning Weather Futurecast paints the rest of the day. Some of those darker blues out towards Tidiute, Corry, Cambridge Springs, Titusville. Could could see maybe an inch and a half per hour, but really the main issue through this morning is going to be those winds. Even if you don't see a 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gust, 35 to 40 is still enough to cause blowing and drifting snow. So visibilities are going to be reduced. Could see a little break in the lake snow, then it kind of reorganizes and redevelops as we work into our Friday. Then finally by Friday night, we finally shut off those taps flowing in that moisture coming in from the upper Great Lakes. So snow coverage through the rest, or snow totals through the rest of today, maybe an additional 6 to 10 inches, but some spots could pick up an additional foot or more, especially where those heavier bands set up across the interior, 90 southward. So weather alert days through Friday, temperatures remain into the 30s. Saturday, or Sunday, excuse me, looking like the better of the two weekend days, then up to 50 on Tuesday with some rain showers.
All right, thanks so much, Dakota. It is 6:46 on this snowy Thursday morning. I don't know this one by heart, but that post office creed, neither snow nor rain nor heat, will keep those postal carriers from their appointed rounds. Well, living up to that creed has been a challenge here at home lately.
Absolutely, getting a lot of calls into our newsroom with concerns for the mail carriers. So we went out to find the Postal Service hard at work bringing you your mail, and that piled up snow made for an extra challenge, forcing the carriers to walk on the street, up driveways instead of sidewalks, causing added time and some safety hazards for mail carriers to bring you your mail. And that's why they're asking for your help.
Yeah, again, the mail carriers in a lot of cases struggling to get to as many mailboxes as possible. The snow and ice, as we heard this morning, continuing to build up. So the Postal Service did send along some tips to help make this whole process hopefully a little bit smoother and easier. They're advising homeowners and renters to clear away enough snow from the curbside boxes to allow those mail trucks to get in and out. If you've got one of those sorts of mailboxes, walkways should be cleared of snow and ice if they're bringing it right up to your porch. Handrails should be kept clear and in good shape. And they say overhangs. Yeah, those roofs should be clear of any snow and ice hanging over the edge, hopefully keeping those letter carriers safe.
How about a live look at our live drive getting you out on the roads this morning? This is our mobile storm tracker showing the conditions down on Erie's bayfront as the blizzard moves in towards us.
Yeah, nasty down along the waterfront. Now let's take you from there down to Crawford County as we see a white snowy scene in Meadville. Yeah, the snow is not just coming down, it is blowing around with these wind gusts. We'll talk a little bit more about the blizzard warning, how long this bout of winter weather could last when we come back.
Classy 100 wakes up Erie each weekday morning with Brenda and Brittany.
All your favorite music.
99.9 is Classy 100.
Weekday mornings with Brenda and Brittany.
This is your chance to drive the iconic, the legendary Jeep Wrangler for only $389 a month. Lease a 49 MPGe Wrangler Unlimited 4xe for only $389 a month. We've ordered extra Wranglers for this special event, so come pick your model and pick your color. We'll have just the one you want right here at Hume's today at the very best price ever. Plus, you can count on our Hume's 78-year history of exceptional customer care. You know where to find us. We're only 9 miles south, Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street in Waterford.
Be our guest this holiday season as the Erie Playhouse presents the stunning spectacle, Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Broadway's blockbuster family musical is a feast for the eyes and ears. The iconic costumes and beloved score tell the greatest love story ever told, with Belle, Lumiere, and all your favorite characters. This heartwarming show makes the perfect holiday gift. Call the box office at 814-454-2852 or visit EriePlayhouse.org.
Erie's Classy 100. Your favorites from the 80s, 90s, and now. Playing at work, at home, in your car, or on your smart speaker.
Alexa, play Classy 100.
Well, if you're just waking up and joining us here at 6:49 on this Thursday morning, we are weather alert as we deal with another bout of winter weather.
And this is all because Erie County is under a blizzard warning at this hour. All of Erie's public schools are closed through the rest of this week. That's as municipal street crews continue to clear the roads and clear the sidewalks.
Yeah, it's a growing list of schools that are shutting down today and tomorrow for City of Erie school students. It's going to be, won't be flexible instruction, no in-person learning, no virtual instruction. They just say all Erie school students should remain at home. We just saw Corey, though, added to the list of schools shutting down today.
Yeah, many schools. So there's a full list of those closings, not just on the bottom of your screen right now, but also at erienewsnow.com.
A lot of folks need the EMTA's services to get around, certainly during winter storms like this. But EMTA operating, they say, as scheduled. At least that's the plan right now. Because of the changing conditions, though, the Metropolitan Transit Authority says they may make some updates to their operational plan on this Thursday. You can visit ridethee.com or just download that MyStop app to get the very latest information on EMTA services. They do say passengers should expect delays and detours. And, of course, just be very careful if you have to be out there waiting for that bus.
If you're planning on heading to the grocery store, be prepared to find some empty shelves. This was the scene late last night at the Tops on West 38th and Liberty Streets in Erie. Of course, empty bread and milk shelves and many other empty shelves as well.
Yeah, I would imagine some of the supplies that you stocked up for round one of the storm may have been depleted now as we head into round two. Lots of folks looking to kind of re-up those supplies, but it is a tricky situation. All right, here's a live look outside on a couple of fronts down along Presque Isle Bay. We can see relatively quiet conditions there. The wind's still coming in, though, at Bicentennial Tower off to your left. And then that's snow really being picked up by our Skyview camera on the right as we take a look at the city of Erie. More team snow coverage when we come back.
Erie, wake up with today on WICU.
The Ashley Black Friday event is extended, so now it's the Ashley, ooh, I am so going to be the hostess with the mostest now, extended Black Friday event. But don't wait, it's also the Ashley You Can Save Up to $1,000 store-wide extended Black Friday event.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a furnace was working. I felt like a mouse. The hot water tank was leaking and the pipes had all burst. Our holiday's ruined. It's at its worst. Then up on the rooftop, I heard such a clangor. I knew in a moment it must be Santa Langer. Then what to my wandering eyes should appear but Santa Langer and his plumbing reindeer. He replaced the furnace and the hot water tank too with energy-efficient natural gas products. Nothing else will do. And I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Happy holidays to all, and to all a no-problem night."
When you're injured in an accident, you deserve to be compensated for your injuries, pain and suffering, your losses. Don't face the insurance company alone. They have lawyers, and so should you. You're not alone when you call Berger & Green. We don't back down from insurance companies. We fight for all the money you deserve. Call or text now for a free evaluation of your case.
Trust the name you know. Berger & Green, the injury and disability lawyers. 1-800-999-2626.
Boogie on the Bay is back at the Bayfront Convention Center. Dance the night away from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Hotel packages available. Visit erieevents.com for more details.
Know Before You Go is brought to you by D. Caruana and Associates at Agresti Real Estate.
The weather is the big story on this Thursday morning. We are weather alert today.
Yeah, good reason to not go if you don't have to. Erie County under a blizzard warning at this hour. Multiple weather concerns this morning from the winds, the cold, and the new snow, too.
Yeah, our news director, Scott McDowell, is behind the wheel of the Erie News Now mobile storm tracker down along Dobbins Landing this morning. Scott, you have faced all of it, the wind, the cold, and the rain, or the snow, rather.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, I just got a text from our former general manager, Pam Forsyth, who asked me if I wanted to cast a line. Do a little fishing here in the bay this morning. It is definitely not conditions ripe for that. You've got high winds. The snow is really starting to roll through now. It comes in bursts. You get a super heavy burst where you can barely see back up State Street. It clears for a little bit, and you sit here and watch some of these enormous waves come pounding into Dobbins Landings. Just to the left of me over here, stand by just a sec, to the left of me over here, I've got a Fox weather crew that has set up gear. I've watched some of their gear kind of tip over. It's really, really rough to try and set stuff up out here. That's why we're using the safety of our live unit, live drive unit, just to show you some of this here. But they're reporting here. We have become a national story all the way across, guys, and we'll be covering this all day. Happy to have that new radar, John Stehlin leading the team, and some of the best anchors in Erie to watch over the storm and keep everybody safe. Back to you in the studio, guys.
All right, you can see where Scott is, and right now, wow, we're seeing some really reduced visibility. There is some grapple mixed in with some of the snow that is falling across the area, so it's kind of, and with the speed of this grapple, it's like little pellets hitting you. So if you have to be out, please use a scarf, cover your face. 30 degrees out there right now, feels like 15. The winds, sustained winds starting to pick on up too. The red spot there, it's the obvious. It is the blizzard warning that will last through Saturday officially, but it can be canceled if we get a little shift in those winds before it's all said and done with. And you can see where Scott was down here. We're starting to see this area fill on in with Doppler Max 5D storm spotter radar. And you can see here, we're going to see a really powerful, I think, lake effect snow band popping on up. So these are the bullet points for today. Blizzard conditions with wind gusts that we've already seen 56 plus out there across the area. That's through today. Another 10 to 15 inches according to the warning across the area, more inland, and we'll see snow squalls and of course poor travel. Blizzard conditions through the morning hours, maybe lessening in the afternoon as those winds diminish a little bit.
At the start of each day, before the yellow fleet gets rolling, Northlines Heating and Air Conditioning is a beehive of activity, always with the same goal: making our customers comfortable. Northlines qualified professionals are trained to provide the optimum comfort level your home deserves. So at the end of each day, we can proudly say,
Northlings Heating and Air Conditioning, we treat your home like it's our own.
Right from the beginning, the nurses were so comforting. They were empowering, and we felt like we were their only concern.
We didn't want to leave town. We didn't want to go to Erie or Pittsburgh or anywhere else. We felt comfortable in the decision we made to have our child here, and the hospital has exceeded our expectations.
I found the absolute best quality of care for my pregnancy right here in Meadville.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight.
Kara Coleman and Amanda Post, weekdays at 4 on Erie News Now.
All right, we got the first warning weather team really here with us to help get us through this blizzard warning day, Trace.
Yeah, blizzard warning on a Thursday morning. It's been a rough go for days now, John.
It really has. It started last week, just moments before Black Friday, like at midnight. It started coming on down, and but this will make us hardy through the rest of the season.
Long lasting, too, because we're going through 1 a.m. Saturday.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to remind us, I suppose? But let's talk about how it's going to progress. I know we're talking about a kind of a blast of snow, maybe a little bit of a break, and then more later on.
Yeah, there's always a little break with the lake effect there, but those lake effects are going to be increasing throughout the day, and that's where we think we'll get that snow that will carry into the areas that didn't get hit so bad. But places like Girard, you're going to add on to your 63 inches before it's all said and done with.
And checking ahead, Dakota, at that 7-day, there's a little reprieve that we can finally see.
Yes, there is a little light at the end of the tunnel, and it really comes this weekend here. A few scattered snow showers Saturday. Of course, we're going to stay in weather alert through Friday. Sunday looking like your pick day. Maybe a couple isolated snow flurries, but the day should be mostly dry. But then here comes temperatures up to around 50 Monday, Tuesday. That could cause some snow melt, and we've also got some rain to go along with that. We're tracking all of this. We will have occasional updates on social media and on television with our next newscast at 12 o'clock.
This has been the definition of team coverage you can count on, so thanks for staying up with us, John, and waking up for us,
You
Dakota.
got it, absolutely. We appreciate you watching with us each and every morning, so we'll see you back here first thing tomorrow morning. Stay